Welcome to the Red, White, or Worldwide podcast. Today, we're debating should American high schools focus more on U.S. history or world history. I'm your host, Ian, and everyone else is going to make their case. So, our guests, Ashton and Jackson, are going to tell us why they believe U.S. history should be prioritized over world history.
I feel that U.S. history should be taught more in American schools because it shows students how our country was created and why it works the way it does. It also helps students understand their constitutional rights and freedoms.
Adding on to that, I also think most American students, will live, work, and vote in the United States, and learning other cultures is interesting, but it's not really necessary in the daily life in the U.S. as much.
So it sounds like what they're saying is that since we live in America, we should focus more on learning on American values and history over the broader worlds. In the next episode, we will hear the case for world history. Welcome back to the Red, White, or Worldwide podcast. Last time, we heard why U.S. history matters. Now, Cameron and Maston are going to make the case for world history.
Yeah, right. So I believe that American high schools should put more emphasis on teaching world history and other cultures to its students. Without world history being taught, students would never learn about pre-American events that have shaped the modern world, like the Roman Empire, the spread of religion, and the Renaissance.
It's important to emphasize that all of those events happened before the U.S. even existed. Wow. Those very events shaped how the U.S. itself came to be. Only learning U.S. history limits students' knowledge of other cultures and how those cultures shape the world today. Students would never learn about the mistakes of other countries and cultures, raising the risk of repeating them.
So it sounds like their argument is that since we're part of a global society, schools should focus more on world history to understand how different countries and cultures shape the world. In the next episode, we'll settle this debate. Welcome to the final episode of the Red, White, or Worldwide podcast. It is time to reveal the verdict. Both are important. I think we can all agree that world and U.S. history are important for all American students to learn.
You know what? I agree with you. I think it's important that students get a clear understanding of the entire world while also getting a deeper dive into their own culture.
Yeah, I can get behind that. While I still believe it is important for students to learn U.S. history, world history covers what U.S. history classes leave out.
Yeah, well, thank you guests for engaging in a respectful debate. I'm glad that we could come to a conclusion that we should learn about all history because it's extremely important for everyone to be educated. And thank you, the viewer, for tuning in to the Red, White, or Worldwide podcast. We hope you enjoyed these episodes, and remember, stay curious, stay informed, and keep looking back to keep moving forward.